Hi, I'm Symphoneers, and today we're taking a look at Human Tribal. This wasn't a deck I expected to have a ton of success with when Aftermath launched, but I've actually hit Mythic with it with a 67% win rate, so it's been doing pretty well. So I thought I would do a video on it. Starting from the top, we have Errant of Eos. This is a card I've been trying to make work in a bunch of decks since March of the Machine launched. I've tried it in Convoke and tokens and stuff, and it never quite got there. It performs so much better with 12 1-drops and Torrens pumping out a bunch of human soldier tokens to convoke it with. And we also have 12 2-drops. We're just very aggressive, very fast. We can establish a wide board quickly, and it's a wide board that isn't necessarily huge either. Like if we have been spewing out 1-drops or 1/1 tokens, we don't necessarily need to attack with those right away, so leveraging them to convoke the Errant of Eos and convoking to hit Lord effects or whatever that can pump those tokens and make them into big threats, or the 1-drops and make them huge, it has felt very good in this deck, so I'm happy to have finally found a home for the Errant of Eos. In the 3-drop slot, we are running a full playset of Torrens, also a card that I'm kind of happy and surprised works well in this list. I already mentioned the tokens are great for convoking Errant with. We have so many 1-drops too that we can often kind of fiddle with our sequencing in order to play a couple 1-drops, either the turn we play down Torrens, or right after we can play out like 3 1-drops and get a pile of tokens to work with. We are running a full playset of King Darien, kind of one of the simpler cards in the deck, and that we're mostly running him for the team anthem, the +1/+1 pump. The protection effect can actually be semi-relevant, especially if you have had big impactful Torrens turns. Keeping all those tokens up through a, Grixis command or something can be really crucial. In the 2-drop slot, we are running a full playset of Catilda, Dawnheart Prime. Catilda in this list just functions as a form of mana accelerant, kind of a different way other than Errant, to leverage any kind of unimpressive bodies or whatever, to play out more creatures, establish more of a board advantage, and then on the turn after we do that stuff, we can play out lords and stuff and swing in with a big board. We are running 2 Jirina Dauntless Generals, just a really good piece of protection against destroy or damage-based wraths, so red wraths, or like, again, Grixis command, or Path of Peril or whatever. She's just a great protection piece. I would maybe even go up to 3. The slot I would cut from would be IR's Oathsworn, although this card has also done decent enough to talk about it now. It can actually snowball relatively effectively, like if you play it out on turn 2 and get a hit for a couple turns with it. It is a really kind of menacing, high-value creature. That's a lot of ifs, though. It's frequently just going to get removed as soon as you play it. It can be kind of removal bait, like we play out the Oathsworn, it gets removed, and haha, that lets Torrens stick around or whatever. So even though it's not a super critical card in the deck, I have felt that it does enough to earn its spot. Moving on, we have Coppercoat Vanguard, the Ward Lord themselves. Yeah, Coppercoat Vanguard just makes everything more pointy and protects things. The Ward 1 isn't super critical in most scenarios, but it does very occasionally throw the opponent off or like make them just unable to kill Torrens or something. Just having Lord on 2, great, thumbs up, does a lot of work in the deck. In the 1-drop slot, we have Evolved Sleeper. It's overplayed in mono black because it is not efficient enough if you don't have additional synergies. In this deck, it works as a tribal 1-drop. It synergizes with Coppercoat Vanguard and Jirina. The additional synergies, I think, really help it shine and actually be efficient and functional. Lunarch Veteran is one of the weirder 1-drops in terms of like, hey, a lot of this list is really aggressive, why is this here? The list can actually be somewhat soft to decks like Mono Red or just generally any deck that can go faster than it, so having a Lunarch Veteran or 2 down is actually a really efficient, really strong stabilizing factor, especially if every creature kind of triggers it twice thanks to Torrens tokens, or if you have 1 or 2 down and you can like heal 4 every time you play a creature. That is a huge stabilizing factor in an aggressive matchup. Also in the 1-drop slot, we have Hopeful Initiate. This is just another 1-drop that kind of like Evolved Sleeper, gives us a bit of utility, a bit of ability to interact because we're otherwise not a super interactive list, and it does get bigger itself, like it's one of the few 1-drops we have access to that is also a growth threat in its own right. Our mana is relatively straightforward with a lot of duels. Secluded Courtyard's the only thing that's worth really noting. Secluded Courtyard is why I feel comfortable playing something with this many 1-drops and stuff in 3 colors. It just helps make our mana very good. Just be Very careful, always click human with it, don't accidentally click knight. It's painful if you do that, you will probably lose that game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's get on to some actual gameplay. We get to be on the play, woo! And we get to have a fairly reasonable hand with functional mana and stuff, so that's neat. Sleeper into Vanguard into Darian into whatever we draw. Maybe leveling up Sleeper or whatever. Human. Use we're on the play versus mono red, okay. I mean, I'll take it. Inch by inch, we will get somewhere. I actually want to do... this, I think. Does require we ding ourselves off the Painland, but I think this is just a better way to develop. Or like, kind of applies more pressure overall. Gruul, Felden. Felden dings us. Oh, hey Lunarch Veteran. Good to see you, good to have you. Extremely relevant in aggro matchups, and we actually get it before we're dead on board, so you know, that's nice. This happens, we hit them for 6. I will take 2. Secluded courtyard, human. Then we King Darian Durian fruit. Just figuring out what we're attacking with. It's Initiate and Evolved Sleeper for sure. I'm figuring, or the thing I'm stalling out on a bit is if we want to just shove damage. Felden can't block. We lose the Vanguard though, that shrinks a lot of power and stuff. I think we attack with everything that's not... We'll have some restraint. Hit them for 8. Hit them for 8. Beast Collar. Oof, that Painland. Knowing when to block is, I think, one of the biggest things that distinguishes good and bad aggro players to me, not to bully the opponent too hard. No blocks, because we are going to try to kill you next turn. Sure. My turn. I would like to do violence, but yeah, knowing when to trade and stuff. Cling Clang, Darian, if we draw a land. Knight Errant isn't that far off. The Initiates are weak early, but Knight Errant can do some stuff. Awkward hand, but I think workable. Honk honk. Hopefully initiate number 2. Do we want to fish for Torrens? That's the or a big decision point. We can do this. Okay, cool. Thank you, Catilda, for being a good card. Yeah, we get to double spell there because of Catilda, which is why she's in the deck, pretty much. Oh no, my flesh! It has been gorged upon. Okay. We have terrible attacks here. But don't worry, we can Knight Errant of Eos, whee! Sure, we will do the 3 there. Oh god, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, this is actually a difficult Knight Errant hit. Torrens is really good. Coppercoat Vanguard's really good. Jirina can insulate against removal, which is super relevant. We have a King Darian. I want the Coppercoat Vanguard, though. I think the responsible hits are Torrens and Jirina. Coppercoat Vanguard is something I would take if our opponent, or if I didn't think our opponent had any interaction. Jirina maybe earning her spot in the deck, maybe? I'd like to get Torrens down early. Do we think they have a sweeper this early? If they do, it would take out Grafted Butcher and Catilda, but we would keep 3 things online. I rope a lot playing this deck. Hi Shieldred, you're boring. Our opponent just hoping to kill us with Shieldred draw, I guess why attack? So we will Knight Errant, pay with King Darian, tap to convoke, Torrens, tap to convoke, and probably Catilda, I suppose. Do I want to do it with Catilda? Sure. Pay 2 from mana, get a Torrens proc. Okay, Coppercoat Vanguard, Lunarch Veteran. This is potentially helpful. We will Lunarch Veteran, Torrens proc. We will Jirina, and yeah, we have mana and stuff to do this. Exile your graveyard. Yeah, Jirina also good against reanimator strategies, which is part of why I wanted to work her in. Go wide status, activate. Oh, to assert dominance. So hard. You love to see it. Initiate into Vanguard into Torrens. Then we will probably have black mana by then, and we can slam Sleeper. We're on the draw. If it's mono red, we would like to... It's Rakdos, okay. We get black mana. Yeah, we would like to Torrens. Or we'd like to Coppercoat into... to tap. Words are hard. We'd like to Coppercoat into Torrens. Our opponent holding up removal. Honkshoe, etc., etc. Coppercoat Vanguard, go burr. Go for the throat on the initiate, which is kind of bizarre, but sure. I mean, they just have more removal in hand, so, you know. We would... I mean, Torrens is probably eating removal here, but if we can get Torrens down and actually generate some bodies and they take the turn off to Fable or something, then we can Knight Errant a lot easier. Sure, Shieldred. Okay. We will do you, because you're free. We will have enough bodies to Knight Errant convoke for 5. Give me something decent. Is it Catilda or Evolved Sleeper? We have another Evolved Sleeper in hand. I think Lunarch Veteran and Catilda. Just because the other Evolved Sleeper in hand. So we have a board now. It's awkward-ish to attack with stuff. Who knows what they think the problem is? Or like what the best target for removal and stuff is. Interesting? Weird, but interesting. Knight Errant... Or, sorry, Veteran Sleeper... Catilda? Interesting, or I guess that does make sense, yeah. So that all happens, we'll manually tap this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knight Errant gives us Coppercoat Vanguard, Initiate. We already have Catilda. We will tap you for white. Do we want to do this? Or do this? Sorry, brain no work good. Tap you for a black, do the Coppercoat Vanguard. Yeah, okay, I think I want to attack with everything, or basically everything else. I guess we can keep Torrens back. We lose one of the human soldiers here. We do this. Hey, blah blah test. Sorry, I was busy managing, or yeah, managing this. Oh, we're having times with the humans deck. Chump chump. Shieldred stuff, sure. Yeah, this is totally acceptable. And we'll do this now that I've thought through that turn more, or like, now that we know Torrens is untapped. End turn. Any sufficiently wide board is indistinct. I don't know, we don't especially care. Hopeful initiate, sorry. Yeah, the rotation news is wild. I'm hoping that we will, get some proper news, or like, get some good news to back it up on the 16th, or like get some bannings or something announced. Yeah, our opponent. Invoke Despair, not good. Sure. I would like to do this, mostly because I want the Oathsworn on too. The Oathsworn is a lot better to get down on curve, although it is probably just going to eat removal. Yeah, cut down. Yeah, I'm hoping that they just fucked up communication or whatever, and you know, are waiting on announcing bans, because it's gonna be rough if there isn't stuff. Come on, cut down or whatever. Graveyard Trespasser. Or just removal. Ah, well, Liliana of the Veil. Squidward meme. Someone was feeling daring today, weren't they? We'll burn you. Do we want to get Darien down, or... I'd kind of like to get some other stuff down, I think. Or we'll get the Small Lord and an Initiate down just so we put more power and stuff on the board quicker.
Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
There is a lot of Innistrad packs still in stores, huh? I don't think that there's like a real or nefarious reason beyond it, or brain, words are hard. I think they're being effectively honest, or have been, in terms of it just being like, yeah, standard blows, and we think this is the cheapest, lowest effort way we can think of to change what standard is. Which is like, yep, it checks that box. I think everything else is effectively incompetence. Or like, to the degree that the changes feels bad, and etc. I think the rest of it's just like poor communication and not knowing how to... We die to a Grixis command? If they don't have a Grixis command, though... I guess Grixis command or Path of Peril are the two cards we're really worried about in this position. Them taking turn 4 off to Takenuma was good for us. Infernal Grasp on Darien, sure. Let them pay the ward. I was going to do a You Can't Fire Me, I Quit, but that isn't actually relevant here, and this resolving dings them for 2, so... Just a ploy to stop people talking about Pinkertons, Non-zero odds, although I would be surprised if... Okay, our opponent just folds because their deck is boring and bad. Yay! I've lost so much patience for treating, like, black-based decks, or, you know, the standard black deck, like it's interesting or whatever. This hand, like... This hand's a little bit weird, but it's not bad enough to mulligan or anything. Oh. Huh. One of the bonus side buttons on my mouse turns on full control, apparently. That's weird. Anyway. I would like... We're going to prioritize again getting IR's Oathsworn down. All the 1-drops are good Torrens triggers if we hit Torrens and Oathsworn snowballs. Yes. Yeah, the way Gix's command resolves would work in our favor. Yeah, our sequencing here is a little bit noodly. We're probably going to end up overextending, or like that's the big risk for how we're doing stuff. We jam a bunch of things to get a bunch of bodies for the Coppercoat vanguard. We're also hoping to hit a high annex sentry. Weird, huh? Okay, that immediately made me lose my train of thought because I was expecting just like pass with counterspell up or something like that. We'll do this at sorcery speed because we want the initiates to train. Then on the subsequent turn we can use the initiates to kill the sentry if we want. Something bounces off the sentry, that's fine. Or like we take them to 13. Okay. Yeah, so if they don't do the initiate, we just... Ward 2, okay. Jirina, hi. Our mana is awkward here. Do this. We don't actually have the mana to, cracking things off to kill one of these is too expensive. So we do this. We Jirina. I don't know what they're playing. Which is the thing that's kind of like bothering me or making me kind of unsure about what I'm doing. Not that we have a lot of options, you know, being empty-handed, but... Can do this. Can take out a blocker next turn. So we're just getting some weird jank? Okay. I'll take it. We will keep this hand because it can get Knight Errant of Eos out real quick. We lead with Secluded Courtyard, do an Evolved Sleeper, then do Lunarch Veteran Evolved Sleeper. This being our only black source, so we need to do a black, get a black pipped out of our hand on turn 1. Human. Yeah, then... Blue-red, huh? Sequence properly. Doot. Get a little point of healing off of the Lunarch Veteran, chip in with the Sleeper. Yeah, I guess we just... Oh, Grixis. We will convoke with the team. Oh, hi. Torrens and King Darien are good. And we will just do this and not hold priority. It's one of the things that annoys me most about people playing black or whatever, is just holding priority unnecessarily. With stuff like Sleeper. We're off to an okay start. It's potentially strong with the creatures we have in hand. Although our rollout's a little bit weird. Go for the threat on the Knight Errant, sure. It already did its job, so I'm not deeply concerned about that one. I think I would like to Torrens plus Hopeful Initiate just to get a ton of bodies on board. This can backfire if they have the Sweeper or whatever, but... I guess Brotherhood's End or whatever, the Red Sweeper would be really bad for us. Shieldred, you're fine. Or like, yeah, you don't kill our entire board, so you're not the worst thing that could have happened there. We will King Darien. Board get big. Doing a think. Don't mind me. Hey, Babel, we have played several games, I think, if I'm not mistaken. We've won a handful of them, so, you know, doing okay. Deck is at a 70% win rate currently, which is neat. Let's do this, I think, just because this, I want to smash with Torrens, and just do violence here, get a bunch of training procs. Because they presumably block Torrens, then we still, I should have done this math beforehand, but it's fine. We still hit them for 14. They block the small evolved sleeper? What? That just leaves... Bruh, just block the Torrens. I mean, oh, I'll take it, but... Ah, ooh, ee, ah. Keep 7. We have a Catilda hand. Initiate into Catilda, into Torrens, into Darien Coppercoat Vanguard? Something like that. We'd kind of like to draw a land or two, I think, to help smooth this hand along. Enchantments, okay. The Initiate can do some good work here. Potentially, anyway. If they have a fast enough kill, this is a polarized matchup, like... I've gotten it once or twice, so I don't have a super strong grasp on exactly what happens. But they can go fast enough to run us over, or we can, like, go wide enough and do hopeful initiate stuff and etc. and kind of fight back. Calyx. Cool. I appreciate new cards. I guess they don't want to slam or like put all their eggs in one basket. We could use a Lunarch Veteran. Land is okay. We will Torrens here and do the Coppercoat Vanguard. Gives us some blockers to work with. Potentially, anyway. Generous Visitor. We are most worried about an Audacity, I think. I hate it when I'm right. I hate it when I'm right. Oh god, this is painful. I think we can kill Calyx. If they put the Audacity on Calyx, that's good for us. The other option we have there, of course, is blocking with everything, block Calyx, but then we lose a ton of pressure. And the Economy of Transience probably still kills us. Yeah, they're developing their board properly, which is not ideal for us. But, you know, we do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. We get 3 training procs. We can burn... brain, no work, good, clap, clap, click a clap. So, we don't need 3 training procs, we just need 2. Calyx does, or sorry, Torrens doesn't train unless we... So we need to specifically do this attack to get 2 training procs to get the counters to kill Calyx. Do the simple thing first. Yeah. We don't need to do this unnecessarily. We have to spend this mana to kill Calyx. I don't know if this actually works out. I'm just trying to be, like, diligent and kind of... No, we don't have enough power and toughness to properly block the transients, right? Or 5, 6, 7. I should have done that math a little bit sooner, probably. Yeah, counter. They roll us over, or roll over us. With a Lunarch Veteran, I think we can stay in that game. We're just short of being able to kind of really do stuff, though, which is unfortunate. Triple Lunarch Veteran and Torrens, sure. That is a hand. Tap land out of the way first, then we Catilda on 2, Torrens on 3. Ideally, we draw a land into... Okay. So we're not going to be stuck gasping for Torrens, even if they kill Catilda. But yeah, we would like to do that, get Torrens down, and just bap, bap, bap. Like Torrens trigger, Torrens trigger, Torrens trigger. Sure, this is fine. Or like, doesn't really affect how we tap. Then we will do Lunarch Veteran. Reverses Domain. We're probably going to lose to a Drag Down. If I had to guess. But we can give stuff a shot. Leyline Binding, okay. Domain is one of my most hated decks. Just because... Why are you like this, Auto-Tapper? Does this actually matter? I mean, kind of, I'd like to attack. Then from there, I guess we can try to Catilda grow things out of range of a drag down. If they drag down here, we just scoop. Drag down is probably the worst sweeper in standard for us because it, or no. Yeah, it's probably the worst sweeper in standard for us because it's cheap and it's -X/-X. So like even our Jirinas can't insulate against a drag down. Weatherseed Treaty, okay. I wish we had a way to trigger training. If we could hopefully initiate bust Torrens out of prison. That's a way to trigger training, eventually. We're still at extreme risk of getting blown out by a sweeper. I don't think we have a way to win this game that doesn't involve risk. Is this... Sure, this is fine. Catilda goes Burr. I guess that helps with the initiate, actually, huh? Or like, then theoretically we can crack out, crack the Leyline Binding, crack the Weatherseed Treaty. Although I am still very much expecting to get blown up by a drag down. Nishoba Brawler, sure. Phyrexian Dragon Engine, sure. They're building to the board. Huh. Bep. Don't like our attacks. Lunarch Veteran happens. Yeah, our attacks here are pretty clunky. Oh, we don't have enough to Catilda. Okay. That's fine. We have 3. Training. Lunarch, Catilda. Evolved Sleeper. Sure? This is a weird judgment call. Yeah. We're still very much at risk of just getting blown out by a stupid domain spell. So that's kind of the main thing that I see as needing to work against. 7/7 double strike, sure, that's fine. We'll throw, we might not even block that. Oh, it's double strike trample, right? Okay. Concerning. So we're just getting some goofy garbage happening, huh? That's 34 damage? I don't think... They have another one... Really? Okay. I mean, throwing King Darien under the bus there wouldn't have made a difference, so... I mean, we just get janked out there, which is a little bit frustrating. Their black sources are tapped here, which is awkward. Or, like, tapped on one, but... otherwise, this hand is okay-ish. Rip. Rip capitalism ruining the viewing experience. I should probably do ad breaks more regularly just because they do actually shut off some of the auto ad stuff, but... Evolved Sleepers go burr. Appreciate it, Pebble. I think that attack is very poor. We will do this. We will... Torrens, I guess. Torrens is a little bit soft removal here, which is unfortunate, but getting 2 procs off of Torrens with Evolved Sleeper Jirina would be nice. Very much hoping that they just... Sure, they pick the wrong one to kill. I'll take it. Sacrificial Lamb of IR's Oathsworn doing some stuff. They go Bing Bong. I like Evolved Sleeper way more in our deck as a side note. Aside from like, haha, I am the one playing it. Let's do Jirina Coppercoat Vanguard. That gives us a lot of removal protection. Exile your graveyard. I don't think Evolved Sleeper's good at rate. So the fact that we're playing it in a tribal deck that really wants 1-drops that have utility, or like just power or just can do stuff, that makes it a lot more compelling than a generic value include. In my experience, hi Gisa? Gausa? Would die, exile it instead? Sure, hit me. Hit me with your sleepers. Ooh, you're fun. Nice. Glad stuff's been developing over there, Reality Rot. Been doing okay. I'm trying to take a second here to figure out if we're just going super wide and trying to alpha strike them down. I think that might be the move. Just because we want to tap, 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 do a big swing, or maybe not full alpha strike. Anyway, tap you, tap you, tap you. 3 lets us get King Darien. 3 lets us get King Darien. I think that's the main thing. Although we don't have... I guess Catilda King Darien would be your best hits, potentially? Love it. King Darien and a Lunarch Veteran. And then from there we will do Lunarch Veteran to trigger Torrens. And our remaining attackers are not super compelling into Gisa, right? I mean, they're okay. We need to keep Jirina up, which is the big issue. I think we know attacks, which is a little bit anticlimactic, but we have King Darien incoming, and it's just going to make our attacks so much better. That and the Knight Errant. Yeah, we're, power 2 or less. I'll burn Jirina here, I think. Keeping all the Torrens tokens up is worthwhile. We do sack the Knight Errant, but we maintain most of our board through the Grixis command. Jirina really earning her place there. Because, yeah, we would have lost pretty much everything. Not quite everything. We could have evolved this. I should do that while I'm thinking of it. We can evolve the Sleeper, but yeah, then we get King Darien down and we murder them, and good job, Jirina, keeping us in that game. Greed. Hope we curve into Torrens. I want to keep a bonus Torrens around in case, Fuck. Oh my god. Oh, that lost us the game. Probably? Oh, that's... Since Dominaria, oh, we've been gone a while. The past year or so has been, not Esper specifically, but just black X decks. Probably, maybe Catilda. Oh, fuck off. I don't care, or like, the Phyrexian Arena plus infinite removal is pretty, well, whatever. If you want to lose to every other control deck, you can play something like that. We're land heavy again, but I think we'll keep. Oh, whatchamacallit, a Knight Errant, Vios, Torrens, King Darien, like any of our top end really helps this hand do stuff. Human. Mono red, oh no. Yikes. Oh. Human. I think we Catilda. Full initiate Jirina. Don't play with fire, my Catilda. Rude. Rude. Unkind, uncouth, and quite frankly uncalled for. Human. After clicking Knight earlier, I'm so paranoid about the secluded courtyard thing now. Oh, we're kind of flooding here, which is really not great. Or like land heavy hand continues to be land heavy. Lunarch Veteran and Torrens. Lunarch Veteran, Torrens, Knight Errant, Vios. Any of those cards would be good. We would like to draw them too before we lose our board to burn, but... No blocks. Okay. Awkward. Knight Errant, we need to get 2 bodies off of Knight Errant, I think, and we are very unlikely to hit 2 1-drops. They're just holding up burn. Gross. You can't fire me, I quit, etc, etc. We need the body for Knight Errant. Knight Errant's effectively not worth... Okay, so we lose, probably. Yeah, we tend to have a bad time versus things that are just like, well, 9 pieces of removal, let's go. How does the math on this work out? We block Squee for... oh, yeah, we're dead. We're dead on board. Yeah, rip. We need different cards in that hand for mono red. I'll take this. This should be a fairly early Knight Errant Vios. Razor Verge Thicket. Yeah, just hammer out 1-drops. Soldier? Oh, hi Torrens. I would love a 2-drop. Being able to save some 1-drops for Torrens would be really nice. Although I don't know that we have enough, like, breathing room versus soldiers to be precious about saving triggers for Torrens. Another Knight Errant's, human. No. It's soldiers. We have 2 Lunarch Veterans, which is good. They will help us stabilize. The Harbin is quite bad for us, potentially. Depends on how wide they can go and how quickly they can go wide. think... We might just be able to out-heal them with Torrens triggers. I wish we had different mana. Or just more stuff to work with. Rip our attack sucking these early turns. Do we Knight Errant for 2, Knight Errant for 5 or something like that? We're going to be taking a Torrens or a Harbin attack soon, which is awkward. We attack, we take 7, sure. Go down to 11. The Lunarch veterans are a huge reason why we're even still in this game. They are so important in these matchups. Knight Errant, tap, tap, tap. Yes, this works. Okay, Hopeful Initiate King Darian. And then we will do another Hopeful Initiate. And then we will Knight Errant to Vios, though that's fine. We would like to keep the 4/4 up as a blocker. Lunarch procs. Proc, proc, proc. We will grab Hopeful Ayara. I don't know what's going to happen, but it'll be interesting. We do take another big hit, but the Lunarch veterans have been helping just so much here. Their attacks on the ground are a lot worse now too with the Knight Errants down. We take a lethal attack next turn, I think, so we have to attack with probably everything. We will have several Torrens procs to work with, so we'll have tokens on blocks. Okay, stuff is happening. Like I said, I'm not quite sure how it'll work out, but it'll be interesting. They're holding priority with Skystrike Officer, probably. Or that's what I would assume based on mana and board state. So this happens, I guess we could get... We could hold up those things. It's fine. We will Ayara's Oathsworn here, I guess. Get a menace thing down. And do... violence! Training triggers. Clap, 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 clap. Yeah. Would have liked to get some training done earlier in the game, but we're technically presenting a lethal attack here, so they need to block some stuff. Block, block, block. Does that shut off a Harbin attack? Maybe? 27? Oh. Yeah, I don't know how this will work out. Opponent goes to 2. So they do have a Harbin attack. Oh, are we dead? I think we're... I think we might be dead. 5. 5, 8. 12, 14. 18, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have exact lethal? Or no, slightly over exact lethal with the Siege Veteran? Oh, we're really fucking dead. Okay. RIP. Yeah, Harbin. Not having any way to interact with Harbin there is bad. I get the feeling that Reality Rot, anyway, might not be super familiar with Harbin. If you attack with 5 or more soldiers, everything they have gets flying and +1/+1, so we can't block anything. So we take over 27 damage there. Keep 7. We will do a secluded courtyard into... just curve out, basically. Lunarch Veteran into stuff, into things. Human. I continue to be very paranoid about just clicking the correct button. On one hand, probably mono red. On the other hand, we do have 2 Lunarch veterans. Yeah, it's one of the better parts of the Soldier's tribal deck. Harbin and the Skystrike Officer and the 2 Mana Lord. There's a lot of good cards in Soldiers. Soldiers is probably one of the... Interesting that they hit Catilda. I mean, probably correct. I don't know if I totally agree. The Lunarch Veteran is such a good stabilizing force for us. We will second Lunarch Veteran IR as Oathsworn, so we have things to actually carry King Darien buff, and we can also, like, we're also working towards the Knight Errant of Eos thingamajig. Yeah, that's why I say the Catilda thing is a little bit questionable, just because we're back up to 20, despite, you know, getting hit and stuff. I don't know if we're prioritizing Knight Errant over King Darien or whatever. We are fine just taking 2 here. We've got Lunarch veterans to work with. We're probably most afraid of Blazing Crescendo? Sure. Not Blazing Crescendo. We're most afraid of End the Festivities. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Life gain is rough. We will we do this? I did that pretty quickly. I think getting a 4/4 that's card advantage down beats tagging them here. Or 5/4 with the vanguard. Whoa. Ooh. I feel less good about that line now. I was hoping for, you know, another thing, but anyway. I mean, Catilda's okay. We can do Catilda, get out King Darien off of Lunarch, Coppercoat land? Or like that kind of tap. But yeah, we're up to 19 and we have a big advantage on board. Would be good to get King Darien down to insulate against End of the Festivities, although we're still not, like, immediately deeply concerned about most cards they could have. We only really worry about the End of the Festivities if they have a Mechanized Warfare. Stoke the Flames? Sure. That's a really expensive way to deal with one creature. We will Catilda. We will tap a thing to do with stuff, and swing in with everything else. Back up to 22. Big smashies. Opponent to 8. Ira's Oathsworn getting swole. Yeah, they have had a slow rollout, which is, I mean, really good for us. Not the best for them. Squee? I think we just, do we just take hits? We probably block Squee with Catilda, maybe. Yeah, now Festivities isn't a huge risk, which is nice. They do that, which I do not agree with, but sure. 1 top, 0 bottom. Now I know I can block Squee. What am I sequencing? Oh, they're just giving up, okay. Sure, fair, understandable. Good games to the opponent. Land heavy hand, but we've got some 1-drops and Torrens. 2 mulligans from the opponent. Oh, and they kept a hand. Okay. Sorry, 2 mulligans? Or just 1? Maybe I lost track of something. Oh, God, of course it's a... I was like, maybe we should do the Deathcap Glade just in case we draw the black 2-drop or whatever. Yeah. Awkward, it's fine. It's going to be strange sequencing it so late, or like not at its best, but we'll do what we can. Oh, God. We're getting weirdly punished for our mana here. Yeah, I'm still gonna Torrens here, I think. No attacks. We... Black mana would be a weirdly good draw. Catilda is actually quite helpful. Just in terms of, don't tap like that, for the love of God. Oh, I often leave the green screen up. But I did get a fancy green screen like way back when I started streaming, partly because I wanted the option of just like setup and teardown being quick. It's the... Our attacks here blow, so no attacks. It's the Elgato whatever. Hi, that's the rest of the room. That's why I have a green screen. This room is small and hot and boring. But yeah, you can jam it in a case. That's a really good rollout for them. Or like triple Quirion Beast Collars is one hell of a hand. Well, we have things. Did I? I feel like I'm missing something. We can put a bunch of counters on everything. None of this is sorcery speed. That joke would work better if I was not 6'2". But not bad. No attacks. End turn. Canker Bloom. Pelucrina. So, I mean, opponent's getting huge. I don't know how worried about this we are. We have a lot of counters to work with, which is annoying. But I wish... Sorry, view battlefield. Dun, 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 dun. Do this. Do this. Block you. Kind of wish that tapped a little bit differently. This is fine. Do we actually want to... Yeah, we probably want to block here. We can take 12. Taking 19 is probably not great, though. Main concerning thing there is just that our sleeper was our main source of card draw in this situation. We can keep stalling. Or like our attacks here are not good. Yeah, that's rough. Maybe I should have taken the extra 7 or whatever. Flip Pelucrinus, right? Yeah, it's weird. Or like... We're very much asking them to make mistakes here. So what are we doing? Boy, oh boy. Let's do this in a way that I don't know if we'll keep it, but we can lose most of their... We can cost most of their board, not all of it though, which is awkward. In that case, we would like to do what? Pelucrinus flips and makes problems for us in the future, which we don't like. Am I thinking about this too hard? I might be. Pelucrinus lifelinks too, which makes our attacks worse. But if we're attacking with everything that's a 4/4 or whatever, that gives us some more room to breathe. We have 12, 15 we need to block. We need to block a couple things, which is annoying. We block you, Lunarch Veteran. 12, 18. Six, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is real rough. I wish we'd a way to whiff the Pelucranos lifelink. That would give us a probable win next turn. Coppercoat Vanguard. So 23. 4 blockers, we can get 3 blockers kind of for free. How does this anthem math out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. Oh god, this deck is so much math sometimes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, we have lethal? That took me too long. Hup. Yeah, we overkill them, actually. Cool. Yeah, math is for attackers and blockers and just everyone sometimes. Good games to our opponent. Keep 7. Our black sources are tapped. We'll do Deathcap Clade on 1, Catilda on 2, Torrens on 3. Ideally also fire off another thing, Reckoner Bankbuster. If we are versus control, we might have a bad time. But we'll give stuff a shot. Oh, we just started a game. Rip. Good. I mean, I could fire off the ads to be funny. Maybe I'll wait on that, or we might just get blown out versus control real quick. We'll see how. Sure, yeah, I'll be responsible or tasteful and do ads after the game. Yeah, if we can get Torrens to survive a turn here, that would be great. Okay. Lunarch Veteran. March. Yeah. Do we just think that they have the Wandering Emperor with 4 mana up? I mean, probably, right? I think that's probably what they have, and I don't think poking our opponent for 2 is really worth it here. On a subsequent turn, we can at least get the sleepers up to be bigger than Torrens. I'm gambling that they have... Oh, Errant and Giada, huh. Weird? Torrens still would have died, so I feel justified in not attacking. Now I am curious what... They're running like sideboard tech against my Torrens? How dare. So we do this. Mostly, I think, to get a valid Torrens attack. Like Torrens, Hopeful Initiate, etc., etc. Bing, bang, bong. Crew 3, everything trains. We keep back shrimps. This is a really... I find this game really weird just by virtue of, like, Errant and Giada and the Legions to Ash. I still think they're probably fairly controlling, so I'm not feeling great yet, but... yeah, I don't know. If it's Esper Angels, we might be fine. What you killin'? Presumably oh. Okay, I guess not presumably Torrens. Shattered Sanctum. Let's be slightly lazy with the sequencing and to get IR's Oath sworn down. We can crack counters off things to fry the Bankbuster. I don't think that's our best course of action right now. Maybe I should be a little bit more excited about doing it and denying some card draw, but at the moment, hitting our opponent for 9 is seeming like a better course of action to me. Especially if they don't have a sweeper or something like that in hand, or like they don't draw one. They fishin'. Hey! We get 'em! Woo! Love to murder our opponent. Good games to the opponent. Moving on. This hand is pretty good. Secluded Courtyard, Evolved Sleeper, then Catilda, then Darian. King Dad the number. We would like probably another 2-drop. Or some more 1-drops to tap with Catilda and to kind of accelerate things with. Human. Just still being like, don't click night, don't click night, don't click night. Oh good, they're awake. Great. Slash we don't get roped for 3 minutes off the bat. I will take it. Actually, because we can just immediately do this, huh? I don't hate leveling up the sleeper there, even though it's not like deeply exciting or anything. I mean, still probably a minute ahead of the other player. I don't think that was Robin Hood, or I was just doing, what do we actually want to play here? Sorry, 1 second. Darian can block the Deeproot Wayfinder, which is nice. And we still have enough mana left over to Hopeful Initiate. I think I was just doing Hamster Dance. Or is that from Robin Hood? I forget what the actual provenance of the Hamster Dance song is. Roaring Earth. Okay. We're getting something happening. I don't know if we care about this. Or, I mean, they can hit us, but it's like they hit us for 4, they surveil something. I think I'm fine just chump blocking on a future turn, potentially. If we really wanted to, we could also keep the Evolved Sleeper back defensively. Or right, they get to do the Broker's Hideout stuff, which double triggers this. Yeah, if I'm going to be chump blocking the Deeproot Wayfinder, I would rather chump block on an upcoming turn. They do eventually get blue mana. That seems weird and risky to me, but anyway. Secluded Courtyard. Human. We will drop the Coppercoat Vanguard. Just hit them for a lot. Chump blocking here is probably correct. Or no, we could keep the Evolved Sleeper back, level it up, using Catilda to pay for the Death Touch counter. Which takes the Wayfinder out of the equation permanently, keeps the Coppercoat Vanguard up. The Initiate, I guess the Initiate doesn't train, just with how all the power and toughness stuff works out. Um, Whistle Stop. Can maybe pull that song up after, or I don't know. Yeah, I try not to pull up too many links and stuff mid-match, anyway. Opponent doing a think. Opponent doing a think. Opponent doing a think. Clap, clap. Opponent doing a think. Clap, clap. Let's check some things. Check some things and do some stuff. Clap, clap. Roaring Earth. Invasion of Zendikar. They are really all in on this Wayfinder, huh? If they are not tracking Catilda, they're going to be real sad real shortly. We could also just not block this, right? 3, 6, 9, 12. They deeproot Wayfinder, they heal. The deeproot Wayfinder grows. Yeah, if they attack, they're dead. Unless I'm missing something. Okay, the opponent knows that if they attack, they're dead, so good on the opponent. They're still not in great shape, but attack all. If they don't block the thingamajig. Brain, no, we're good. Clap, clap, click a clap. If they don't block the Evolved Sleeper, they take 8, 11, 14. So they need to block the Evolved Sleeper, and that takes the Wayfinder off the table. Oh, the Dead with the Training proc. We don't need to do that pre-combat, so let's find out. Woo! Yeah, they need to do that. 3, 6, 9, 4. Oh yeah, they're just extremely dead. I mean, yeah, you're correct. The training proc gets us over the hump even if they block properly. We have exact lethal. The tap land's awkward. Coppercoat Vanguard on 2. Tap land, Coppercoat Vanguard on 2, King Darien on 3, Knight Errant on 4. We could hit a land. Different sequencing. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we want to get the Vanguard on 2, or we want to get black mana down to keep stuff flexible. Blue, huh? Coppercoat Vanguard. So just mono blue tempo. Ugh. Dimir, so 5 Vanguard, presumably. Hit me with that cut down. Hit me. Hit me. Go for the throat. Okay. King Darien. We have the backup in hand, so you know. Hit me with another removal spell. Oh, Bankbuster. Okay. No cut down in hand. Music in general is frequently stuck in my head. It be how my brain works. I'd like to try to hit a Torrens off of stuff. I don't know. This might be slow rolling the don't tap like that. I should have played the sequencing error. I should have played the Lunarch Veteran first. But that's fine. Or like not a huge thing overall. Yeah, I want to convoke for 3, I think, to try to fish for a Torrens. Fish for a Torrens or maybe something else. A Jirina, sorry, would be solid. Helpful Initiate. We'll do this first. Just because we can tap to convoke, like it's basically free. Tap, Darien, Catilda, Initiate, chip in with a Veteran, something like that. Tap for convoke, tap for convoke. Sorry. That's not what I said. Tap for convoke, tap for convoke. And yeah, 3 hits most creatures in our deck. We actually have the mana to pay for a soft counter, like a Make Disappear, because we can tap the Lunarch Veteran for. Great. Resolve, autopay. Do you have another one? I mean, they might, but is good. Ooh, they don't. Neat. If they have a sweeper or something, we're still sad, so you know, but... Torrens high. We have an okay board to work with. Definitely most concerned about them having a sweeper. Earth high sorcery speed, just to, what, kill the knight? I would assume the knight or King Dad the number. Yeah, they just killed the big thing, which, understandable, but also, I think we try to go real wide. We can take 4 off of the Bank Buster without blinking. What did I tell you? Without blinking. Dumb. Anyway. Torrens. Oh, why did you tap like... Auto-tap. The auto-tapper in Painlands is such a pain in the ass. That's genuinely quite bad. Or quite frustrating. Do we have... Initiate, proc. That all is nothing. Herp, do a big smash. Take the opponent to 10. I'm genuinely quite annoyed at the auto-tapper there, because we're short 2 bodies now to where we should have been. I should have paid more attention to that, or tapped manually or whatever, with the number of pain lines we have. Opponent bank busters, so they can't do a sweeper. That's something, and they throw in the towel. I'll take it. Good games to the opponent. Oh, fuck right off. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm just gonna Sleepy Heaterin again and move on. I'll keep 7. We're land heavy, but we have Torrens and King Dad, the number are good. Human. Get Hopeful Initiate down. If we could rip a 2-drop off the top, that would be nice. I might save the Lunarch Veteran. Feels a little bit weird, but I like chaining stuff post-Torrens, like King Dad the number and Lunarch Veteran post-Torrens. Helps us go wide. Get a backup Torrens, which is not super ideal. Honestly, in general, we get luckier than I would expect in terms of not hitting multiples of our 4 of legendaries. If they kill Torrens, we replay Torrens. They do, okay. So second Torrens, useful. They chip in with the Beast Caller, sure, we are fine with that. We will play out the backup Torrens and the Evolved Sleeper over the Lunarch Veteran here, just to potentially smooth out our mana a little bit. Or, like, we only have 1 black source, so I don't want to have to, like, highly prioritize... have awkward future turns with this. Topiary Stomper, sure. King Dad the number lets us trade Torrens for the thing. I would like to get the veteran down here, I think. Smash, trade Torrens, hit them for train to 8, take them to 10, they lose the Beast Caller, the Topiary Stomper isn't a blocker. If they don't have something really good in hand, that is a lot of damage that they take that turn. People's deck structures tilt me so much. Great. I too love not missing multiple land drops. I'll keep this hand. We'll do Catilda on 2 and then go from there. Human. Oh, mono red. Okay. Catilda goes Burr. Hajar only works with legendaries, which is rough. The great thing about Jirina is she keeps up, it is good if you do go the 5-color route, or just full 5-color legendary humans. But yeah, Hajar doesn't keep up. Coppercoat vanguards or Torrens tokens or all that stuff. So a little bit noodly. Next, and then we can jam the vanguard to have a good attack next turn. The Bloodfeather Phoenix can't block, which is helpful. We're ahead on board currently. I'd like to have a bit more happening, because we're gonna probably lose our advantage, or like, yeah, they'll burn a lightning strike here, maybe. Oh, I mean, you can't fire me, I quit. But that's fine, or like, that's very slow for... No, triple Catilda, ugh. Coppercoat Vanguard. Triple Catilda's rough, or like a pretty bad draw in this situation. Helena and Lena. Yeah, Helena and Lena are good. Mishra's kind of interesting, although I would have to read Mishra again. Knight Errant, please fix this situation for me. We can hit them for 6. I should not discount that right away. I would really like to convoke into something helpful. Adeline's good. She was in other builds of this deck that I've done. Oh boy. Torrens, Oathsworn, or we could do the Initiate. Nice thing about Oathsworn is it just uses mana efficiently. I guess the Sleeper... We have the mana to do the Sleeper properly, which is something. Or like to do the Sleeper and then level up the Sleeper. Which gives us the option of like a bit of card draw. We're really soft to an end of the festivities, so you know they have it. Yeah, Adeline was in, okay? I don't know how their hand could have been that bad, but sure. We take those. We will keep 7. Double King Dad, the number's a little bit weird, but we just have a pretty reasonable curve here. Human. Play out Evolved Sweeper. Coppercoat Vanguard, King Darien. Yeah. I guess we could do Hopeful Initiate, level up the Evolved Sleeper. Kind of either thing's fun. It's maybe slightly better just because it does discourage removal, but, you know. We'll do this. This is my favorite Knight Errant deck I've played. As a side note, or like kind of on that note. Every other Knight Errant deck I've tried has not worked. Even Convoke lists or things like specifically generating a lot of tokens just didn't really get there. Oh, tapped mana is a bit awkward, but whatever. King Dad the number, go. Honka honka. Hopeful Initiate trains up, which is something. We take them to 10. Hopefully we can fade removal or sweepers. Yeah, cheap stuff go burr. We have 12 1 drops, 12 2 drops, and that's menacing, but okay. I guess we want to do the sorcery speed, actually. Sorry, I was going to try to be clever or cheeky for a second, but assuming they don't have removal or whatever, we still want to get above the power of the Hopeful Initiate for training. I don't think there's much... Oh, you're playing a bad deck. Okay. So we kill them. Or no, if they have removal, I guess. Oh, it's gonna be one of those things where I just... something reanimator and I'm mad, huh? That is a weird pick. Bing bong, take the opponent to 4. I guess we'll do the Initiate. So we just have to hope we can fade the reanimation for a turn. But you know how standard is. Yeah, Artifact Reanimator. Oh god, they have it. And we... Oh, they don't have it. Woo! Great. This hand is... this hand's okay. It's a little bit... It risks being slow, which I don't love. As long as we draw a third land for Torrens. We draw a third land for Torrens. Neat. Honk honk. Chip them for 1. If we can... Yeah, Torrens and Knight Errant. Do I hold Jirina there? Okay, good. They're not mono blue. Jirina versus mono blue is also very funny because you get to get all the instants and sorceries out of their graveyard. They're tapped out. We can Torrens. We're sad if they have a malicious malfunction or whatever, but we can burn Jirina to protect against a thingamajig. Sure. Invasion of Amonkhet is real slow. Breach the Multiverse. Another Reanimator deck, I guess. Pass. My turn. We will... King Dad the number? We hit them for a bunch. Are they likely to have... King Dad the number gets things above... control. I think this is correct. This is a little bit slow, which feels bad. Sorry, why am I doing this manually? But do this. We Evolved Sleeper, I guess, or maybe Hopeful Initiate just for variety. We have Jirina on board to insulate against malicious... Words are hard. Malicious Malfunction does protect the... Oh, they're dead as hell. Okay, cool and good. Oh, that always makes me happy. Yep. They did not have what they needed in hand to not die there. Woo! Okay. We will keep. Again, we quite like another land for Torrens. Human. Yeah, Torrens and 12 1-drops really are the support package for Knight Errant. Does this matter? Lunarch Veteran, they're either... No, Fortified Beachhead is soldiers, so yeah. The Veteran here is our best play on one. Great. Human. We will... Do we chip in? Let's try with Oathsworn. They have instant speed plays. We won't be attacking with the Veteran then. Just because if we trade for part of Resolute Reinforcements, that's such a bad deal for us. Our opponent hitting the rope as all our opponents do. Hello. Would you like to progress the game state? No attacks. Would you like to play your Resolute Reinforcements? Oh. Maybe no Resolute Reinforcements. Thing on 3? Oh, sure. We can menace past an ad line. We will Torrens here. Good setup for Torrens, which is nice. Bonk. We can eat the 1/1 token with Torrens. We maybe don't want to do that if they specifically, or like if we think they're holding up a Ganjo Soul Partition. Soul Partition. This is a little bit awkward, but we just let them free hit. Play out the backup Torrens. We'd kind of like another land here. Knight Errant, huh? Bing bang bong. No, that's way stronger with Torrens down. Try to get this happening. Probably should have attacked with the Oathsworn first and done Torrens second main. Minimally suboptimal sequencing. Woo! Ira's Oathsworn chipping in, taking the opponent to 15. If they don't have bounce or stuff, we can do Lunarch Veteran Initiate, Knight Errant for a bunch. We'd like to hit a land drop, I think, because that would let us empty our hand. Yeah, Elspeth, you're real slow. Oh, although she can downtick on Adeline, that's the big concern, I think. If they don't have... No, it's Otawara that's channel for one. We're okay, we're okay. Torrens is okay. Oh, we don't draw a land, but we do... Okay, so that gives us a relatively clear sequencing, I think. Lunarch Veterans will help us stabilize here. Or like having two of them makes this match pretty reasonable for us. I guess we could Coppercoat Vanguard. I should think about this for a second and not just smash. Ira's Oathsworn. We can force them to lose the Elspeth or lose the Adeline with the Coppercoat Vanguard down. I think I like that. We're not attacking with Torrens this turn. Lunarch Veterans go Burr. And yeah, we still have enough bodies to convoke with the Knight Errant, or convoke 5. So let's do... I'd like to tap the Torrens and... No, tap the Torrens, tap you. The rest of that is roughly fine. Adeline is legendary. Or like, yeah, Adeline, the Otawara is... Or no, everything's too expensive, yes. That's where I ended up anyway. Ooh, King Dad the number. King Dad is very good with this board state. And yeah, I would like to Iara at the Archangel. We're at 25, I guess we don't really need to be super duper aggressive here. But this is fine, I think. Oh, slip. Huh. Oh, countered. Because of the Coppercoat. Because of the Wardlord. Oh, Wardlord doing some... Oh no, opponent. Oh, friend. Sure. Pretty robust hand, which is nice. Human. And Lunarch Veteran. Explorer humans. The Wardlord I think is probably decent in Explorer. The Wardlord and Jirina are the most Explorer playable humans here. Torrens I think is probably too slow, or like our top end doesn't work in old format humans. But the kind of 2-mana or less new stuff I think is quite solid. Mono blue? Oh no, there's the Esper, okay. So let's get a Torrens down. We have Iara growing too, which is kind of nice. They'll have to burn 2-mana removal if they want to get her. Like, doesn't die to cut down with the counter on it. Then from here, we kind of just want to land drop so we can King Dad the number and Evolved Sleeper. Wedding announcement, sure. Real slow, and we hit our land drops, woo! So Evolved Sleeper. Torren go Burr. I always feel a little bit weird about Lunarch Veteran from a like structural standpoint of it not being super high pressure on the opponent, but the healing it gives us is just so good. And we smash with everything. It's been solid overall. I don't know how well it would translate to best of three. I think in best of 3 you get more play out of sideboarding, or like, it's hard to say. I've just been jamming it in best of 1 because, I don't know, simple, fast. Yeah, sorry, the other powerful human stuff in Explorer pairs well with this. Oh, no. Oh, friend. Oh, buddy, oh, guy, oh, pal. That... Sure. I desire violence. To blockers, you say? Yep. Okay, we are almost certainly not winning this game. Our main outs for this game is drawing a third land when we needed it. They have lethal on board, and if we block with the Torrens, we just lose too much pressure. Yeah. Sure? I guess our mana is slow is the main complaint with this hand, but we curve up to... if we could Oathsworn on curve, that would be nice. Yay! Something. Yeah. And if the Oathsworn can dodge removal, maybe, probably not. Honk shoe. Standard is standard. Okay, we would like to do Leonarch Veteran plus, I don't know, Jirina. Exile their graveyard to assert dominance. I don't think Invasion of Asgul's that bad. Slightly, oh, they're just Reanimator, aren't they? Ugh. Yeah, playing out Jirina early now is awkward, but whatever. Okay, so we can do this plus Coppercoat Vanguard plus Knight Errant of Eos. We're hoping for King Dad the Number and another Coppercoat Vanguard, probably. Oh, we could Jirina. Oh, this is an actual concern, or like an actual thing. Like just to rebuy the exile their graveyard thing. Oh, I need to do math again. Add 2 to everything. 4, 5, 9, 13, 17. Yeah, we burn Jirina to whiff interaction. We still hit them for... greed. Or like we go for this, maybe. Wardlord might be a bit of an issue for them too, I don't know. Another big thing in favor of grabbing a Jirina there is we just know we can double spell. Like Coppercoat plus Jirina, but legend ruling is awkward. Weird game. Another Atraxa in the bin. My turn. Land! Oh, time to murder them. Oh, great. Magic is easy. Just draw what you need. Don't you love it when you build a deck well and stuff lines up? This hand is fine. We do Painland stuff early, I think, which is a little bit awkward, but we'll Brushland, Leonarch Veteran. We have 2 black sources, so we don't need to, like, over-prioritize getting the sleeper out. Blue. They're very confused by Leonarch Veteran. I know it's a very complicated card opponent. Tell me you're playing mono blue without telling me you're playing mono blue. Would you like to consider? Or perhaps Fading Hope? And we Catilda of the Dawn Heart Coven. Catilda's helpful or interesting. Our opponent really dedicated to roping us with their Consider. Spell Pierce, so yeah, we're versus Mono Blue. Called that. How do we want to develop? We would like to play King Darien and Evolved Sleeper. Probably. Okay, that's nice. Tap for white, tap for green. King Darien. King Dad the number. Oh yeah, the consider and yeah, my 3 sunglasses picture. I should update that photo at some point, because that is old and slightly low quality. But, if I had the money to burn on making like a considered cosplay, I probably would, because that is exactly my type of bullshit, but anyway. Opponents trying their best. Evolved Sleepers happen. I wonder if anyone in Mono Blue is trying out the Bounce Wrath. I would have to assume not, but maybe. Fading hope on King Dad the number. Tempted to You Can't Fire Me, I Quit this, but I don't think being spiteful is worth losing King Darien optionally. Nice thing here potentially is that we okay. Can potentially fight for this through soft counters. Just thinking about our sequencing here. Yeah, King Dad the number. Straight into the dumpster with you. Yeah, we can even pay for the 4 if we want. And we hit Mythic off that, great. I'll take the, soft final game into Mythic. It's always the worst when you get to, like, just before Mythic and then lose 5 games or whatever. Yeah, good games. / bullying Mono Blue with cheap creatures. Wow. Or, like, we actually bounced back up a bit to 67% win with that deck, so that's neat. Yeah. I like seeing the evolution, too, because I actually properly versioned this deck. So you can be like, okay version, experiment, good version, as I figure out what the actual strong points of the strategy are. Thank you for watching the video, and an extra big thank you to the Patreon patrons and YouTube members that help make these videos possible. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.